Peter Zalmayev joins us now live from the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. He's the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining us here on the program today. Now, first off, I want to start by getting your take on Putin's speech during Victory Day yesterday, because he didn't formally declare war on Ukraine, as many people expected. He just kind of justified why he started this war in Ukraine. What did you make of his speech?
Well, first of all, I was one of those who did not think that he would use that particular occasion to ratchet up the rhetoric necessarily to declare war on Ukraine or to declare mobilization for a variety of reasons. Not least of them is that this day is sacred. He did not want to mar, so to speak, the occasion, confuse it, by such pronouncements, which does not mean he will not do that in the days or weeks to come. You cannot rule that out. What we have heard, what we did hear on the Red Square from Vladimir Putin is this rhetoric that Ukraine is but a minion at the hands of larger powers, which are just dreaming of nothing else but to encircle Russia to destroy it. This has been his rhetoric ever since like mid 2000s. The obviously what comes to mind is the Munich speech of 2007, when he declared essentially a new Cold War. And I think it's also a way for potentially for the Russians for Putin to prepare the ground sort of for a retreat if he decides to retreat, and to sort of explain the military victory that I am pretty confident Russia is facing. Look,
Right.
we did not fight against a much weaker Ukraine. We were fighting against the whole of NATO. And that's what we essentially heard from Vladimir Putin.
Right, and we are currently seeing an increase of attacks in the Donbass region. We're seeing attacks happen in Odessa, as we've mentioned, in Mariupol. And during his speech, Putin did talk about the Donbass region particularly, and said that that is Russia's motherland. Do you think that he won't end this war in one way or another if he doesn't take full control of the Donbass region?
Very good question. I think he is desperate to establish a new status quo. So far, the situation, the military situation is very muddled. The attacks and counterattacks. Ukrainians have been able to go on several successful counterattacks in the area of Izium and Kharkiv. But once again, nothing decisive yet on either side. Before Vladimir Putin declares, and I think he might do that, the Donbas is part of Russia and essentially annexes them the way he did with Crimea, he needs to enlarge them to the administrative borders so he can claim a sizable victory. Right now, there's really nothing to claim. The status quo is pretty much the same as it was before the war. It's going to be very hard for him to justify all this blood spilled and treasure spent just for a few, villages won.
All right. Peter Zalmayev for us there live in Ukraine. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining us here on the program today.